Hey, I'm Tyler.
And I'm Katie.
You're listening to Not-Stalgia, the podcast with lots of great pantomime comedy.
You just can't see
You
it.
can't see it.
Because I will never show you my face or body.
Kate, have you ever seen the film Bean?
Oh, I have. I have seen Bean.
Tell us about it.
I think there was a summer where maybe we got this on VHS, and I think we watched it at like a family beach vacation like 5 times.
It was so good. You all
We
agreed.
all, like
we
me,
will continue.
my cousins, my sister, we were just like, let's just watch Bean. And my parents were like, all right, they're seated.
There's worse that they could be
Yeah.
obsessed with than Bean.
100%.
Okay.
I remember thinking it was very funny.
As a child. Okay.
And now, as an adult, I know that it has Peter McNichol in it, star of Ally McBeal.
And you and I have watched, at your insistence, in a wonderful treat, because it feels like a role reversal, you've shown this to me.
Have I?
Years ago.
We did not watch this together.
We watched Bean together. At
When?
least, how else would I know about the Whistler's mother scene?
Yeah, but did you watch it independently of me?
No.
I don't think we watched it together.
I never saw Bean as a child.
Weird.
I am certain you showed this to
Okay.
me. I truly think you're just forgetting. It was
I
in
might be.
the earlier halcyon days of our relationship where we were doing our cultural exchange. But that was probably over 10 years ago that you showed me Bean. At this
Easily.
We probably watched the VHS copy you had at your beach house. Have you seen the TV show Mr. Bean?
I don't know if I've seen like a full episode, but I've definitely seen it.
Some greatest hits.
And what I remember of this movie is that Mr. Bean comes to America, he fucks up Whistler's mother, and then he goes home.
It's the best.
I know there's a lot of physical comedy. I don't know if it's going to hold up the same, but you know who I'm really just excited to see is Peter McNichol.
Okay, well, here's the quick background. I think we should another time do an episode with the Mr. Bean TV show. I'll give you some real detailed info then. Here's a quick version. British comedian Rowan Atkinson created the character Mr. Bean when he was still in college. He would perform versions of this character at things like the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, the Just for Laughs Comedy Festival in the late 80s before developing a TV show. The TV show was co-created by Rowan Atkinson and writer Richard Curtis. Richard Curtis would go on to write movies like Love Actually, Four Weddings and a Funeral, The Bridget Jones Diary, like all the big British...
Every British movie you've ever heard of.
But before that...
Except The Born Identity.
He was
Is that British?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I think The Born Identity is like the American James Bond.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I don't know anything about Britain.
In 1990, Richard Curtis and Rowan Atkinson developed the TV show Mr. Bean. It ran for 15 episodes from 1990 to 1995.
And it was a phenomenon.
I saw a meme somewhere that was like, remember the Mr. Bean TV show? Doesn't it feel like there were hundreds of episodes? There are only 15, and that's true. I do remember feeling like it was a show that had a lot to it. But anyway, it was a phenomenon, so much so that they had Mr. Bean in the opening ceremonies at the London Olympics, in
he's
2012.
He's an institution.
He is. It aired on ITV in the UK. So they got to work on a feature film after the TV show was over. And that movie, just called Bean, or sometimes Bean the Movie, premiered in the UK in August 1997 and in the USA in November 1997. It was written by Richard Curtis and Robin Driscoll. Robin Driscoll was one of the writers on the Bean TV show. It was directed by Mel Smith. It stars Rowan Atkinson as Mr. Bean and Peter McNichol, who is in lots of stuff. He's in Ghostbusters too. But yes, we've been really, you and I personally, the reason we're watching Bean right now for our podcast is just because we've been watching so much Ally McBeal in our own life, which we did not make into an episode of Not-Stalgia. Maybe we should? No.
It's just too much. It's too sweeping. You could have our podcast isn't separated into seasons, but I feel like you could do a whole season on Ally.
Yeah. Anyway, Peter McNichol is very funny on Ally McBeal, so I feel like we've both been enjoying him there. So I'm excited to see him go toe-to-toe with Rowan Atkinson. My memory of the movie from at least 10 years ago, Peter McNichol is the straight man kind of to Bean. One little interesting note, some of the gags and scenes are slightly different in the United States version versus the international and everywhere else in the world version. I don't know which version we're going to get here when we stream it. Anyway, I liked the show. I've seen the show a lot. It was on, I think it was airing on the Fox Family Channel in the late 90s, and my brother and I used to watch it and really crack up. So I remember the movie being funny when you made me watch it, and I literally to this day still crack up thinking about the scene where he sneezes on Whistler's mother and tries to fix it. Like in my memory, it's one of the funniest movie scenes ever.
Yeah, I feel like there's something about Mr. Bean that's kind of timeless. I've seen my nieces and nephews watch Rowan Atkinson. I've seen, myself watch it. I feel like my parents, when they would walk through the room, they would be like, okay, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to sit there and be like, this didn't age well because we're not kids anymore. This isn't for kids. He was doing this for grown-ups at stand-up festivals, Let's check it out.
Bean.
What have I learned that I can say about this painting? Well, Well, firstly, it's quite big, which is excellent. Because if it was really small, microscopic, then hardly anybody would be able to see it, which would be a tremendous shame.
Here's like kind of a wacky Danny Elfman-esque score, right? Where it's like boom, 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 boom.
And there's definitely a small similarity between Pee Wee Herman and Mr. Bean. Maybe not.
I think it's just two men with black hair.
And gray suits. You're laughing already.
Right away, we're laughing.
He's electric shaving his whole face, his eyebrow, his tongue.
It works, man.
So is he a docent? He's making coffee in his mouth. I don't want this episode to just be us repeating what he's doing and chuckling. But
now he's got the hot water pouring. It's a very funny sequence. And it's fun because it's also almost entirely pantomime, right? Here's Whistler's mother, which like as a kid, I just wasn't even sure. I was like, what does this even mean?
Yeah, it's not the Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
But that would be too absurd,
Yes.
The fact that it's Whistler's mother, I guess, is a great choice because it's also, like a famous painting.
Here's Sandra Oh in the background.
Yeah, what's she doing?
Wacky. What you doing here, Sandra?
I have seen docents at museums sleep, much like Mr. Bean is doing right now.
Yeah, just
I don't bother
fully
them.
asleep.
Good for them.
Listen.
Catch a nap. Maybe I could touch a painting while they're asleep.
I think being a docent might be my retirement job. Somewhere really cool, though.
When you retire from podcasting?
Yep. What is he, like Mr. Bean's secret father? So the chairman of the board is like, no, we cannot fire Mr. Bean, even though he sleeps on the job.
Probably destroys priceless works of art.
Just like the beautiful pantomime of him unfolding a handkerchief and then proceeding to blow his nose for like 35 seconds in the loudest way possible.
I think it's very funny. I am intrigued academically by the fact that you're chuckling at this.
I know.
But you can't abide Jim Carrey. I think it's just because you didn't grow up on it. I think you're proving the whole thesis of Not-Stalgia.
Jim Carrey is a freak.
But if you had seen him as a child, I think you'd like it now.
I wouldn't have liked him as a kid either.
All right.
He would have given me the willies as a kid too.
We're going to need a time machine. Here he is. Peter McNichol.
Peter McNichol. Not only do they think that Mr. Bean is an expert in 19th century impressionism, he's going to stay in Peter McNichol's house.
Right. With his family.
His
wife, his children. His son is one of the Lawrence boys, the youngest, I believe. There's a great IUD joke. There's a lot here.
They just made an IUD joke, which actually hilarious.
As a child, were you rolling? Were you like, Mom, what's an IUD? What's an intrauterine device? What's a uterus?
I love that Peter McNichol's daughter is just like a straight up goth. Like what a super fun detail, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is what I would be like if I was flying first class.
We'll never know.
I feel like Rowan Atkinson does a lot of like snorting and grunting in this role, right? Like,
there's just like some commentary about like the merchandising of artwork at a museum, or like the Whistler's Mother line of merch. Mr. Bean eating an entire family-sized bag of peanut M&Ms on the plane. Who's this sick little boy? Why is he so sweaty and pale? Oh, he's just air sick. I thought he was like a transplant patient. Kind of weird that Peter McNichol's trying to soften his daughter to the idea of Mr. Bean staying with them by telling her how hot he's going to be.
Yeah, he's going to be cute. He's going to be like real cute. Like, I don't know. Like, I know it's supposed to be like a weird, Mr. Bean thinks he's a secret agent, but it really is like a piece of culture shock, I imagine, for someone from Europe to come to the United States and be like, oh yeah, like your airport cops just have guns.
Right, he's seeing all these guns. He was, when he was taking his passport picture, he was pretending he was Dirty Harry. So we've established that Mr. Bean loves guns.
This is pre 9/11 also, right?
Yes.
They would never film this sequence now.
No, he's like pretending he has a gun under his jacket to make the security guards go crazy.
I feel like Rowan Atkinson is always low-key a little bit sweaty.
Yeah, if this happened now, Mr. Bean would have been shot dead repeatedly.
What is it with kids who always want to show you like the grossest thing they can do with their eyelids? And you're just like, oh, stop.
Don't touch your eyelids. Turn them inside out. I know you haven't washed your hands.
A lot of tongue movement from Rowan Atkinson in this movie.
His whole tongue comes out and wiggles around often when he's thinking.
That's not like lascivious in any way.
No.
It's just tongue.
The only lasciviousness I've seen from Bean so far is when he waved at Peter McNichol's character's wife. I don't think he talked at all on the TV show. It's weird how much he talks in this.
I mean, he has to, I think, to further the plot in some ways, right? Like, you can't do like an exclusively silent movie in 1997.
And you'd be like, the characters would be much more like confused. It'd be like Twin Peaks: The Return. Where you're like, why are all these people accepting this? Classic. This happens all the time. The sink water in a bathroom gets on your pants and it looks like you peed. I don't think I've ever seen it represented in a movie besides this. So relatable.
Oh, absolutely. Completely a relatable scenario, but like taken to the nth degree.
Well, right.
You know?
Now he's got to climb up the hand
honestly,
dryer.
very funny.
Oh, this is a great bit.
He does keep trying to own up to the fact that he's not like an art historian.
Right. I did spill hot butter on my pants at work not too long ago, and I kind of had a day like this.
Yeah, where you had to go and buy new pants.
Well, during lunch, I was able to finally get away and buy new pants, but for my morning, I did try to hide my butter-stained pants, much like Bean here.
I thought you were talking about the time in France when you creped yourself.
No.
Spilled hot crepe butter on your pants.
I wasn't as eager then to try to hide it. Like at work, I was like trying to sit down a lot.
More than once that you've spilled butter on your pants.
Are you married to Mr. Bean?
Potentially.
I'm just amazed how long they've been able to milk the front of his pants are wet joke.
I feel like Peter MacNicol has like a large amount of eyeliner on right now.
Do you think he learned some of his sillier tricks that he uses later in Ally McBeal from working with Rowan Atkinson here?
Perhaps. There's a cover of Stuck in the Middle with You, but it's like a late 90s.
Cool, late 90s version. Yeah, I think they're trying to sell the Bean soundtrack here. Is Mr. Bean really so off-putting that Peter MacNicol's entire family would leave him for letting Mr. Bean stay at their house a few days?
I mean, in fairness, right? If you felt uncomfortable with someone in your house, you would leave.
He's destroyed their priceless glass swan and their wedding photo.
I have to say, Rowan Atkinson's face is absolutely so pliable.
The way he can like roll his eyes in the back of his head to make a funny expression.
It's wild. So now it's just Peter MacNicol and Rowan Atkinson. The family has departed. And Peter MacNicol was like, oh, you're an expert on art. Like, we should go to all these different art museums. We could have a really good time. But Mr. Bean just wants to go to like an amusement park and hang out. Peter MacNicol's having a great time, though. Mr. Bean has like deep boundary issues. He's always touching stuff that he shouldn't be touching. Mr. Bean is tampered with an amusement ride to make it more extreme. These kids are being like thrown around in the back. Peter MacNicol looks like he's dying. Doesn't the LAPD have anything better to do? I don't always love a two-way mirror gag, but
when
I
Mr.
actually
Bean
really
does
enjoyed
you
it.
seem
Yeah.
to.
So they found a massive turkey in the fridge that it ostensibly is for Thanksgiving.
How soon before Thanksgiving can you put your turkey in the fridge?
And they've shoved this 40-pound turkey into the microwave. It just barely fits. And they're like, how long do you think? 20 minutes? Like, what do you think?
It's the off-screen explosion. Peter MacNicol's reaction.
We're like very early in the movie for this to all be revealed to Peter MacNicol, right? Where it's like, Peter MacNicol's like, okay, what's going on? Like, you don't know anything about art, you know? You're not a doctor.
Yeah, he's in on it now. He's in on the cover-up now. And he just gets to have great put-upon reactions. It's a weird cover of Yesterday by the Beatles as Peter MacNicol just stresses out, looks out a window for a long time.
Peter MacNicol's tiny. Look at him.
Compared to Rowan Atkinson, yeah. In their shower scene together here.
This is the scene we all remember.
Here we go. Whistler's mother has arrived. Mr. Bean has been left alone with it.
You're positively gleeful. You can't wait to see what's going to happen.
What I've been waiting for.
Mr. Bean has gotten quite close to this painting. And I think it's supposed to be comical, but I have seen people get this close to a painting at like the Louvre, and it's very stressful, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, why do you need to be that close? You sniffing it? Like, what are you doing?
It's just his face as things start to go wrong. His reactions, Mr. Bean, he's so funny. Just everybody listening, stop what you're doing. If you haven't seen this or haven't seen it in a while, just go on YouTube and look for Mr. Bean, Whistler's mother.
Yeah, it's just it's a short clip.
Oh my God.
And I feel like, I'm not saying that it's entirely like realistic, right? Like it goes to a pretty intense and like wacky place. Yeah. But I think parts of it, like when you dab something with like a handkerchief that's dirty, like, you've done that.
Yeah, sure.
You know? He is an incredible physical comedian, right? Like sometimes his like verbal stuff doesn't always land, but the physicality, like Rowan Atkin's physicality is consistently very funny. And just the amount of like despair that's on his face.
Right.
Let me speed it into a cart. Peter McNichol's like meltdown delivery here it's perfection. It's perfection. My parents always used to get mad when we would watch this movie because, like, for weeks afterward, we'd be like, oh, Jesus, Mary, Mother of Jesus, Jesus of Nazareth.
Stop using the Lord's name in vain.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. He just serves such an important role that seems like an impossible task of having to, like, react to Mr. Bean, kind of be the straight man. And after just such a tour de force of Mr. Bean messing up the painting, he has to be the one to react to it. And it's just so good. Oh, and it seems to be almost exactly the halfway point of the movie.
Yeah.
I have no recollection of what happens after this, to be honest with you.
No idea. Just Peter McNichol absolutely freaking out and going to the worst case scenario where he's like, I will be a street beggar as a result of this incident. It is relatable. I'm not going to lie.
It's good. We watch this. You relate to Peter McNichol's character. I relate to Mr. Bean.
Name a more iconic duo. Which Lawrence is that? Joey?
I think this is Matthew Lawrence.
Well, whatever Lawrence it is has come down. It's nighttime. He's in his PJs. And I sometimes forget that like one hallmark of 90s fashion was a shirt that was just so enormous.
The shirt.
Sleeves, it's a short sleeve shirt. The sleeves come down past his elbows.
Yeah.
And it's not like a kid wearing their parent's shirt. That is a child's shirt.
Oh, yeah. It's meant to be baggy, large.
Enormous. Mr. Bean is coming up with a wacky plan to fix this. It is unclear what it is as of yet, but he's gathering materials, including laxatives, eggs, an oven mitt. Look at that little beanie that Mr. Bean has on.
Would you call that a Mr. Beanie?
It just feels very 2024, you know?
Seems like a very advanced plot for Mr. Bean to have concocted.
He's a simple man until he isn't, you know? Extremely fast-acting laxative. It just blew through your whole body, all your organs. Honestly, this is kind of a fun score. Mr. Bean has improvised a headlamp using a pair of briefs and a flashlight.
Through the fly.
Incredible. He's razoring the canvas off with a pizza cutter, which I really adore. Look, he's made egg tempura.
Wow. He's really thought this through.
And there's really, I mean, there is the internet, but it's a fledgling internet.
Oh, Burt Reynolds.
Oh, yeah, I've seen him on a bearskin rug.
He's some sort of, what is he, a general?
Yeah, he's the one who paid the money to get, made the donation.
To get Whistler's mother.
There's a lot of movie left.
What else could happen? Mr. Bean has ruined the painting, fixed the problem by replacing the painting with a poster secretly. He's improvised his speech about the painting.
I do not remember this at all.
Yeah, all of a sudden, Peter McNichol's quote-unquote rebellious teenage daughter's been in a motorcycle accident. Are things about to get serious?
Yeah, we're about to learn about family and love.
Or is Mr. Bean going to cause some mayhem in a hospital?
Probably.
In an ICU. Yeah, are you sure you finished the movie every time you watched it back then? Did you just stop after the Whistler's mother sneeze thing? This is a weird turn.
That Jennifer, because she rode on a motorcycle once, now will almost certainly die.
And now we're going to have some unhinged Mr. Bean antics here as he literally wanders around the emergency room.
In fairness, he is trying to return a fallen stethoscope.
Yes, now Mr. Bean has been mistaken for a surgeon. He has to perform an emergency surgery. This is too high stakes for Mr. Bean's
right?
antics.
Like, I was even okay with like a priceless work of art, right?
Yeah. Dropping M&Ms in this guy's incision. To me, though, this is the perfect example of you have a successful TV show. You're going to make the higher budget movie, and you don't just have a slightly higher budget. You also can do things that are a little more edgy, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You're right.
I don't know that I like it.
No, I don't really love it.
Mr. Bean reaching into this bloody incision. It's pretty funny when he pulled the bullet out. The guy's been shot, and then he's like scared, so he puts it back in. But Mr. Bean dropping an M&M into this guy's open chest cavity, taking it out, rinsing it off of the blood, and then eating it is that's pretty intense. There's just something about Mr. Bean scrubbed in with blood all over his hands that is
kind of weird.
Really, really out there. Mr. Bean tried to wake the teenage daughter from her coma from her motorcycle accident by scaring her, screaming at her. I wasn't expecting this kind of shock humor.
I know, right?
And I truly have no memory of this. And it's funny, you don't either?
No.
There's another great example of like what you can do in the movie that you can't on TV.
Yeah.
Mr. Bean giving everybody the middle finger out of a car. Because he doesn't know what it means.
Right, look how little Peter McNichol is in comparison to Rowan Atkinson. Yeah, Mr. Bean's like a little bit of Pee-wee, right?
Yeah, look at his bed sheets.
And that he's like kind of a man-child, right? But he is a man-child who lives independently on his own, not in a playhouse.
He has a job. He has the original Whistler's mother on his wall now. So in this universe, Whistler's mother has been destroyed by Mr. Bean, and people are being fooled by the poster forevermore.
How Mr. Bean sleeps knowing he's destroyed a
priceless
work of art. Just the fact that they now have a bunch of screenshots of Rowan Atkinson doing silly stuff and making faces. Like, this is really all you needed to watch.
The credits.
You know? Andrew Lawrence. I think that was the only one we didn't mention.
It's not Matthew. Matthew Lawrence is the oldest.
Yeah.
Andrew Lawrence is the youngest. Okay. No, Joey Lawrence is the oldest. Matthew Lawrence is the middle. I don't know.
Oh, Jesus! Oh, God! Oh, Jesus! God! Oh, Mary, Mother of Jesus! Jesus of Nazareth! Wait a minute. Why am I worrying about this? You did it! All I have to do is go out and tell them what happened. Perfect. And they'll say, well, who let them alone with the picture? And I say, me. And they say, well, you're fired. I say, fire. No. Then they say firing was not enough. Let's prosecute you for negligence. And then I go to jail. My wife leaves me. My daughter becomes a prostitute. I wind up on death row, sharing a cell with Butch Mc... Calm down. I just gotta calm down. Okay. Give me one more look at the painting. Oh, God!
All right. Did this live up to your memory from that one glorious summer at that beach house?
You know what? I'm going to say the first 45 minutes definitely did. And then it really went off the rails at the hospital. I was like, this is too much.
The hospital
scene
stressful. Is wild. But yeah, I would agree. And I like silly humor. I like edgy humor. I felt the hospital was too much. But everything else, it's this whole movie's just an excuse to do a bunch of Mr. Bean sketches. I'm really curious sometime in the future to watch the show with you. I haven't seen that since, oh my God, a very long time. It might be better in tiny doses like that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fun. It's certainly fun. And Peter MacNicol and Rowan Atkinson are expertly paired here. They're a great duo in this movie.
It really is excellent.
Because it's a thankless job to be second to Rowan Atkinson as Mr. Bean. And I think Peter MacNicol handled it very well. All right. Well, Bean the movie again, though, I think the ultimate takeaway for me was I pretty much could have just watched that one scene.
Yeah, you can watch the scene where he messes up Whistler's mother and then just go do something else.
Because there are good gags throughout, but that's just as good as it gets in this movie. Yep. I guess all the major jokes are kind of edgy, right? It's like the biggest sequences in the movie, he pretends he has a gun at the airport and gets chased by armed police. He destroys a priceless work of art. He causes mayhem at the hospital and he flips everybody off with the middle finger. So it really is like a little edgy, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. Had enough?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Okay. Thanks for digging this one up. Thanks for showing me something that you loved as a child. What a treat.
Once in a generation, a motion picture comes along that touches both our hearts and our souls. This is not one of them. Bean.
You make my heart sing.
Looks like a fruitcake to me.
You make everything. Wild thing.
Rated PG-13. Opens Friday, November 7th at theaters everywhere.